All right, everyone, we have another left-wing animal genocide on our hands. Link in the description, archived, of course. Whitmer has decided, yes, indeed, you don't have the proper license, so you're not allowed to have this deer and coyote, apparently, named Coda, by the way. You're not allowed to have them. We're going to kill them, literally. This is exactly like Peanut the squirrel or the raccoon that was killed, actually, prior as well. This has happened over and over again. This points to the burdens of bureaucratic government. The government is not paid to give a shit about actual morals. They don't care about ethics. They don't care about anything like that. Only the rule of the law. So even if you are fundamentally justified, you are taking care of an animal, it's free range, it gets to wander around as it wants, eat some grass, eat some berries, whatever the fuck it wants to do. You've got a coyote. It has its own little enclosure, and it's capable of running around, doing coyote things, and being happy. This seems like a good outcome for a living being. At the very least, they're capable of being relatively free, and they're not being abused, they're not being shot at or anything like that. They don't have to worry about predators. Yeah, everything is basically fine. Whitmer, and idiots like her. Whitmer, she's got no wits, by the way. These people just want to kill these animals because, well, the paperwork didn't go through. Really, really sorry, but we're going to have to kill your kitten or something like that. This has happened before. This is not, unfortunately, the last time that it will happen. These people need to be excoriated. They need to be absolutely, they should be repulsed with themselves. They're terrible people. You're saying that an animal that is like on a ranch or a farm or something like that. It's wandering around. It's doing its own thing. It's not a health danger. It's not doing anything to everyone. Oh, but the paperwork wasn't filed properly. Even though they're claiming they filed the paperwork properly. It just didn't get processed on time, apparently. Something like that. This is retarded. At the end of the day, it is generally wrong to kill animals. What's the difference? Let me ask you something. Let me ask the liberals something. The people that would support Whitmer, I suppose. An animal is on a farm. It's free range. It's capable of moving around. It's capable of eating the grass or whatever the hell it happens to be doing. It doesn't matter what kind of animal it is. But it is fundamentally, generally speaking, free. It's also guarded against any intruders, so it's not going to get predated upon. If you kill this animal, can you make an ethical argument of any kind, any moral justification why you killed it and just didn't let it live on the ranch or whatever? Because I can't think of an argument for that. I don't think that that makes any sense. And also, these legal proceedings, and people don't know this if they haven't gone through the legal system, they cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. The taxpayers of the state of Michigan are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions of dollars, litigating against somebody who is literally just keeping a deer and a coyote on their property. They are housed, they have their own enclosures, there's no predation going on. They're safe for the rest of their lives. And no, they can't live in the wild because, they were rescues. What's the problem with that? So are we supposed to abandon every single animal that has its father and mother shot or something like that? Are we supposed to simply just let them starve to death? Is that really ethical? Come on. You can do better than this. It's a very much a no-brainer. What you should do is allow private groups and individuals to take care of these animals. They cannot survive in the wild, so you let them take care of them. Yeah, they're not going to rejoin the pack. They're not going to be able to go out and forage and do the things that, an animal normally would do. That's unfortunate. That would be the best life for them, until they get their head blown off, of course. But if they are in an enclosure, if they're being fed, if they're happy, generally speaking, you can pet the little deer and the coyote and stuff like that if you really want to. How is that unethical? I would think it is much more unethical to blow their heads off and to kill them with a bolt gun or whatever they use. I think that that's much more unethical. And this is not really, this is more of an objective opinion than I normally have. Sometimes there's debate to be had. Yeah, let's debate over, tax credits or something like that. This is not really debatable, though. I don't think that the average rational individual wants small animals to be randomly killed for literally no reason. They are not a threat. They are taken care of. What's your fucking problem, Whitmer? Yeah, but she's not going to tell us. I'll probably get euthanized, and supposedly it'll be humane. Personally, I think of that squirrel that time, Peanut the squirrel, and I'm like, we don't need more peanuts, dude. It's not necessary. Leave the animals alone. Let people take care of them. It's like if you went back to like the 1950s, 60s, something like that. The Critter Call and like Andy Griffith and stuff like that. And there was that cute redneck chick that like had a bunch of animals that she would sort of gather together. There was that one episode with the horseradish. I can remember that one with the cement pond. Mm, You know what I'm talking about. If you were a kid of my era and your parents liked what was it, Turner Classics, I think it was, one of those channels. You know what I'm talking about. But you know, basically, you should be able to take care of animals. I don't understand. I can't understand this. Why is it okay for you to take a cat and adopt it and have it in your home, but you're not allowed to do that with a raccoon? What's the difference? They're of similar intelligence. What's the disease variable? There is none. There's literally no reason to prevent people from owning anything other than very large, potentially very aggressive, exotic animals. I can understand why there'd be a law against, for example, owning a gorilla. Well, yeah, it can rip your arms off and beat you to death with it. Okay, that might be a little bit of a problem. I don't think that a raccoon is capable of doing that. A tiger. Well, yeah, it's capable of crushing your skull instantaneously and sipping out your brains. That might be a little bit different. But is a dog or an opossum really that threatening? I don't think so. You can kick the opossum across the yard if you want to. I don't recommend that you do that either because opossums are bro tier. But I mean, come on. There's a big difference between, okay, it's a deer. It's not an aggressive animal. This is a fawn, by the way. This is even full-grown deer. And the coyote involved, I believe, is a juvenile as well. Yes, a coyote can become aggressive. So can an adult dog. There's no difference between the two of them. Hell, they interbreed all the time. You have coy dogs all of the time, all over the United States. So why wouldn't you be able to take care of it and make sure that, hey, it can live a normal life and or as least as normal as you can make it? It makes absolutely no sense for the government to get involved in such a situation. So I think that the Whitmer regime, once again, showing its ass. I think that people should be protesting this, actually. That's about all. Peace out.